Here's your sneak peek of what's going on. You're not going to want to miss this one. Welcome to Whiskey Dance. We are back on the 68 International Loadstar. We'll do a quick walk around and then I'll show you what we're doing. Thanks for tuning in. Beauty. Anybody that's new to the channel, we have wood running boards. We're gonna have a bed cap or extended sides here. Those are gonna be made out of wood as well. I still need to do all the mounting hardware, tops and bottoms. I need to finish weld all of this. I need to take care of this area too. It's just kind of roughed in right now. But what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna cut part of this box off so it's the same width as that side. And then we're gonna see if we can't fix this tailgate, cut some of it off, and get the rear of this truck looking good. As you can see, this thing is really rough. It's had a rough life. And it's also tweaked quite a bit. But I got a solution for that. We also need to take that mirror off, and we're gonna pull this door completely off because it's too wide to fit in the garage. I won't be doing that today. I may start it up, move it around a little bit, try to get it away from this fence so I got a little more room over here. But as you can see, the 64 drag truck frame is in the way. I have a donor vehicle right there for the body. And then, I don't know if you can see it from here, but that red Chevy right there, 2500, that's where I'm getting my motor and transmission. I think this is the grill that I'm going to be using for the drag truck. I think it looks pretty sweet. I did do some miscalculations when I made my frame horns there. They're sticking out way too far. You can see where the wheel is sitting. No big deal. We're gonna throw that 6.0 in here. I plan on pushing it way, way back. We got a power glide transmission right there. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to heavily modify that motor as far back as I need to. I think we're going to have to do a bit of a body drop as well because I want it to sit pretty low and mean. Pretty cool. Really excited about that. This is our other project. That one will be coming in soon. Box 66. I am taking the hood and the tailgate off of that one as well as some of the trim pieces. This sat in the junkyard for 44 years. So people were stealing parts off it, like the trim here and here on both sides. Bits and pieces, it's all kind of been put back together, but that's where we're at. Original tailgates for these are getting extremely hard to find, and this one is actually really clean. It's got a few little dents here and there, but who cares? It's gonna look good. First thing we're gonna do with this is there's a gap right there, and this thing's twisted. So if I step on it, that gap closes up. I'm gonna clean that area up and get a good tack on it so that we're sitting square again. And then we'll get some measurements because I think I'm gonna have to take a couple of inches off of it. I'll probably just put a piece of channel iron or something on the bottom. We're also gonna be stealing some of this hardware to use on the other tailgate. That didn't shut. Loud noises, sorry. Set it up there so you can kind of get an idea what we're looking at here. Woo! Oh man, that's gonna look so good. I'm gonna put some filler pieces in on each side, and we're still trying to figure out what we're gonna do for taillights. I was thinking about maybe stealing some off of like one of these Fords and just tucking it in right here in the middle. Whoa! Sorry about the crappy camera work. Just shove them in there. What do you guys think? I could move those up, or, well, I don't really like these here. I also want to cut this. I plan on cutting this hole off of here, and then I'm going to suck this bumper in so it's nice and smooth. It's already mangled anyway. Do the same thing on the other side. But I think we can bring the tail lights up in here Or we'll graph some of the other ones in there. As you can see, our height is actually really close here, but I want to get rid of all of that old rusted stuff. We will be welding in this angle iron right here, somewhere across the bottom portion. I don't know if I'm going to use the chains. It probably would be easier, but I may use the hinges off the 66. Haven't quite decided yet. If I do, I'd probably have to fill some of that in, whatever else. I'm going to get all this laid out and marked, and then we'll cut it, and then we'll kind of give it a test fit, see where we're at. I do have some exciting news. We are teaming up with Arc Captain Welders. They're going to be sending me some stuff. So we got something to look forward to real soon. Also, is it Flash Arc? They're going to be sending me some fuel lines for the drag truck. So pretty exciting stuff. I got all this cleaned up, but you can see that this piece of sheet metal is a little bit high. So everybody, Thor, my son made me this a couple years back. I need to clean it up a little bit, but she's a nice hammer. Thanks, Bracken. And just like that, we are looking great. Now I just need to set this on the ground, fire up the welder, step on it, and then weld this when this seam comes together. All right, here we go. I got to put pressure on this corner, and I also have to put pressure on here. Our gap is real nice, so I'm just going to weld it. Yeah, that's looking good. We'll put a real weld on it so it doesn't have a come apart. Cover them if you got them. Whoa, she's thin. Look at that though, it didn't pop up. We're winning. Sometimes you really gotta have patience with this old steel. It might blow some holes on you. A lot of times what I'll do is build up one side, build up the other, and then I'll weld in between. And we're gonna hit this with the grinder and whatever else, make it look a little better. So today, I'm not a welder, I'm a grinder. All right. I put a real nice bead on there. This is pretty thick sheet metal, so you're not gonna have to worry about any warping. And it's already dented and whatever else, so who really cares? So, safety glasses. Gotta have earmuffs. What the? Something was crawling around in my ear. Guess you gotta check your earmuffs for bugs too. There's a finished product. No, it's not really pretty. But if you look at this factory weld, neither is that. So, all right, let's get this bottom marked and then we'll lop it off. Well, I'm playing the find a tape measure game. Why don't you guys check out Mug Customs? I'll leave a short clip right here. Awesome guy, awesome channel, cool builds. Check him out.
It's Blaine with Mug Customs, and we build fun, dumb, cool stuff. Broncos on Crown Vic chassis. Lowered straight axle F100s with 5 liter and a Pro Charger. Bag station wagons. And then there's this turd, our low budget Fox body build, Tetanus. We're 2 episodes in. I'd love for you to come check it out. Thanks,
all right, guys. I know I said I was going to put angle iron in here, but I think I might use this pipe right here just because I got to come way up here. And I think if we put the angle iron in, it's going to be making the tailgate too short. So what I'll do is cut this off, and then I'll probably maybe leave, whoop, crappy camera work. I'll probably leave some of this, like maybe take a round spot out of that so that I can maybe cut that and then push it down. So it's not going to look so odd. But yeah, let's get to cutting. You just never know what you're going to get into. Apparently this is layered, so there's 2 pieces of sheet metal here. So it looks like this is fairly solid. So I'm going to cut along this edge. So once I do that, the cut's going to be somewhere up in here. So you can see we're still going to have some bad sheet metal. I think what I may do is when I weld the pipe on, I'll get some sheet metal to go from the pipe to wherever I can find clean material here. I may just butt up to the seam. We'll have to figure that out. We're opening up a can of worms here, ladies and gentlemen. Got it cut off. I left a little material on both ends. I think I actually went high enough to where I can use both layers of this tailgate to weld. Here's a piece that fell off. It's pretty nice. It fell and broke into 2 pieces. 480. Who's counting? All right, this is the piece of pipe I'll be using. I'm gonna weld it all the way along this bottom eventually, but for right now we're gonna cut some pie pieces out of here, and then we'll bend this down so it's touching the pipe. And once I get that bent, cut out and bent, I'll bend this down, I'll weld this on each end, and then I'll start tacking the middle. All right, so you see I took a slice of pie out. I did it on this side, and then I bent this over. This stuff is really thin, but whatever. Easy peasy. All right, I'm gonna throw the flap disc on. We'll get all this cleaned up. Hit that edge there and over here so we can get all that welded. And then we'll put our pipe on there. All right, pipe's on. Got her welded. Got it tacked all the way down this side. Obviously, it's not gonna be perfect. Some of this stuff is really, really thin. Like I tried welding this, not a chance. Try welding right there, no way. Sure, so it's strong enough to hold it. Once I flip the other side and weld that all the way down, I think we'll be looking good. Yeah, just an old tailgate. Obviously, we're not going for perfection, so it's gonna be good enough. It's gonna look good. I mean, we are gonna do probably just a scuff and shoot on the front of this cab. You know, get some of this stuff off. I am going to fix these rust holes on the fenders because that's driving me nuts. But yeah, the rest of it, who cares? We are also going to take this bumper off. We're going to straighten it, and then we're going to section it so it's down another, I don't know, 5-6 inches. We're going to leave the rear bumper, the stock bumper that I did on Lomax, our first giveaway truck. I'll put a little clip right here. And a gigantic bumper on the back, and it just kind of looked goofy. I never really liked it, but so now we're learning from our mistakes. We're gonna leave this one the same. Sucker in a little bit, but you know what I'm saying. Let's get this one flipped over. We'll weld the other side, and then we'll kind of set it back up there where it needs to be, and we'll start doing our filler pieces. You can see on this side, this gap is looking very nice. We got tons of surface to weld to. Daddy likey. All right, we got one problem here. If you see this tailgate, the top is wider than the bottom. And if I'm just gonna put a flat piece of sheet metal on the back, I need to tilt the tailgate in on the top. I think it'll be all right. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. Oh, there it is. Got it hinged already. Comes down, goes up. Now what we need to do is I'm gonna put a piece of that channel right there in here. And then if you can see, obviously this is sticking out further than this. So I'm gonna have to make some sheet metal that comes out at an angle, follows this, and then at the bottom, whoop, it'll turn in just a little bit. We'll get her covered one way or another. Actually, maybe what I should do is just come right off this bottom here and just follow this and then go up. And then I'll just put a small angle piece here to fill in that gap. Yes, that's what we're doing. We got a plan, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Take a gander at that. Woo-wee. All All right, a little progress report. Weld it in this channel. Put that piece of pipe in there to stiffen it. Got it all hinged. I got a piece of metal right here that I'm gonna put here at a little bit of an angle. I gotta cut some of it off. And then we'll fill in this piece with some sheet metal. Kicking butt. And I'm back. All right. Got this piece all welded in. I am running extremely low on sheet metal, so I had to patch in what I had. Oh, sun's in a bad spot right now. Lines up perfectly with the tailgate. Got a nice gap right there. I don't think it looks terrible. It'll probably look better once it's got a tailgate in there. I think that's going to be about it for today. We need to pull some hardware off of here. Need to pull these off. That's what I'm going to use to latch. See that or not, but this handle does still function. So we'll figure out how we're going to put it in there. Doesn't look terrible once I get everything finished, welded, and whatever else. I think we'll be in business. Well, tell me what you guys think so far. I need to paint the running boards and that board up there and make some angle irons and whatever else to hold that on. It's just resting up there. And then we got this right here. I don't think it's gonna look terrible. Once it's all finished and painted, I think it'll look good. I like it. I think it's different. I maybe should have rounded that corner off a little bit, but whatever. It's looking good. That's it. I'm out of time. That is my whole Saturday. What do you guys think? I think it was pretty good. Next question. What do you guys think about me giving this one away? I know on some other channels I've seen some things where it's like buy me a coffee and it's like $5. And then, well, basically what I'm saying is if I do that, then it'd be $5 entries, you know. So if you buy me a coffee, then you're entered to win, you know, this. Or we could do like, you know, the short box 66 or, you know, whatever. Maybe we'll find something else to give away, but kind of think this is where it's at. And then being that I'm teaming up with Art Captain, I'm going to start doing monthly giveaways. So I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be helmets to start off with, maybe, you know, consumables or whatever. I don't know all the details yet, but I do know they're sending me some helmets and a welder, which is super exciting, man. This is finally starting to pay off a little bit. And yeah, it's just, we're going in the right direction. I ain't stopping. You know, I don't have a lot of time. I work a lot. So when I get a chance to get out here, I try to record so you guys got something to look at. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks again so much. If you haven't already, could you hit the like button for me? Also, go check out Mug Customs and my kid brother David from Classic Car Revivals. Both of them have great content. You won't be disappointed. I will see you next time. And remember, dreams don't work unless you do. Bye. What a ball hog. That's why nobody wants to play fetch with you. Gross. Get it, Lily. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey. Hi. Get that ball. Get it. They're bulldogs.